It was my first real job, really, and I finally made enough money. I was working in the oil field. I'd finally made enough money that I could put a good stereo in my car. I had a 71 Grand Prix at the time, and I didn't really own a lot of music up until that point. But then that was kind of the impetus. When I got the good stereo, then I started buying stuff. And so then it was Wild Eyed Southern Boy, Special Forces, Tour de Force, you know.
Donnie, he was, we grew up on the same street. It was Woodcrest Road there in Jacksonville, and
Here he goes.
it was a long street that had one road went through. We weren't, all the good kids on our side weren't allowed to go across where the Van Zants lived over there.
What can I say? They called it Shantytown.
Yeah. But what's funny, a funny story about that, the first time I ever saw him was, he had a little band, his brother Ronnie, they had some band, but he had a kid band around there and had a trailer. I had a guitar and a speaker cabinet, but I didn't have an amp head, a power head. And they had a trailer around the corner, and I was about 13, had a bicycle, and my dad's gone. I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna go try to check into that trailer over there. I roll around it was like 3 blocks away, and got up to the thing, and there was a padlock on the back. It's dark out there, trailer park, and I walked up and I went, oh man, it's a lock. And I turned to walk away, and the padlock fell open. See, it's a pivotal moment right there. If you ought to have been, if you'd have kept that thing locked, I might not be here today. But I popped it open and got my hand in that thing. I can't see anything. I'm a dumb kid, I'm just like, I feel a power hit. I made some noise. They all came walking around out the side of the trailer, and like I caught busted red-handed, And so they called the police, and of course I was, knees just knocking, the cops come and everything, and I was so willing. I wanted to play so bad. I have equipment that I was willing to steal for it at that point.
I feel sorry.
And he
for
said,
I feel sorry.
I know you did. So they knew I was just a kid.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I ever saw him.
I've known you for a long time, never asked you this question. Did you ever go to Ronnie Van Zant, lead singer Leonard Skinner, and say, dude, I got this band, could you throw us a bone, help us out a little bit? Could you do something, hook us up with the right people,
Anytime. I can't say enough about him, he was more like a father to me than a brother anyway, When we were getting it together, we played this little club in Jacksonville. Ronnie came out.
Some godforsaken place, I'm sure.
Ronnie came out and listened to us, and I said, well, what do you think, brother? Me and Don, we're ready to get in here and go to it,
Big time, yeah.
He goes, well, what we need to do is y'all need to go on the road for about 5 years. And I looked at him, I was thinking, are you kidding me here, And he wasn't kidding at all. So we actually went on the road from that moment on for about 5 years.
He finally got us some agent out of Macon, Georgia or something, and Ronnie specifically told him, don't go easy on them. I want them to have the worst road because they did. Skinner had to sleep on mattresses on an amp and a band, traveling 600 miles. And we're thinking, why did he do this to us? At the time, you're thinking, man, with his name, we could have had a little segue into something, And little did we realize, but that struggle builds character, first of all, and you learn to lean on each other, and you learn to be hungry together. But it was that hard road teaches you a lot about character and substance.
Sure.
I hope this song is not so lyrically profound that y'all start crying.
That honky-tonk, but don't get down. Now keeping perfect rhythm makes you wanna swing along.
Trace is really like 5'2". He just got a big boots on here tonight, I don't know that.
Hey, that ain't funny. I am 5'2".
Well, Trace, I remember when I first heard Honky Tonk Badonka Donk, I thought it was ZZ Top.
Yeah?
I thought it was Billy G and them, Yeah, I loved it, man.
Wow, that's a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment, yeah.
He's a
I still to this day I get a lot of criticism for that song. A lot of a lot of the people that consider themselves country purists, they hate it, and I hear it a lot. It's too slick, it's too this, it's too that, it's too suggestive, it's too hip hop, all that kind of stuff. But You know, I got to say, you guys were heavy influence on me on the Southern rock kind of side. And then there were other things, the gospel thing, and then the Merle Haggard and the George Jones and the Waylon Jennings and all those people. I am the culmination of all those different influences while I was growing up. And I always pointed to Ronnie Milsap and the way he made records. And he would put all those different things. He never let people put him in a box. He would do an R&B song, he'd do a pop song, he'd do a country song,
a big talent,
he'd do a gospel song, and anything. It seemed like to me, this guy does whatever he wants to do, and if I ever get a chance to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to meld together all these influences and do whatever I want to do. Well, your songs have all, to me, that's one of the things that I really dug about y'all too, was the melodies that you had. I mean, just those soaring, you know, the melodies.
Well,
but you probably got criticism from some Southern rock purists saying, "Oh, you're getting too slick, you're getting too commercial."
Oh, yeah, I've had people go, "What happened?" Come up to me, "What happened?" Well, we sold millions of records. What do you mean, what happened? It worked, you know. So, but yeah, same thing. Just kind of they're stuck in their own way, got the blinders on, and they can't really open, spread out, and realize that there's all different kinds of
the other day. They were just like, "Yeah, come on, man. Let's just be honest here. I mean, that song." I went, "Oh yeah, you mean the one that sold 2 million copies? Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, changed my life.
Yeah,
right. Thank you.
Sucked. I don't ever want to cut another one like that."
But you know what, brother, you doing what you do in the country field there. Johnny and myself were able to do a couple of country records together. And actually, we did a CD called Get Right With a Man.
Yeah.
Got our first top 10 country hit song
Gold
off of
album,
it. Got a gold record from it and all that. But I mean, it's folks like you that actually open that door to give us an opportunity to do that, you know. So I think it's a cool thing, and
shoot,
thank you there.
I didn't open that door. You Van Zant boys kicked it down. I didn't have to open that. Welcome to CMT Crossroads. I'm really happy to be here tonight with 38 Special, and we've been rehearsing this thing for y'all today, and we've just been having a blast. So this is just the cherry on top of the sundae. So welcome out. Thank you for coming.
Like 50 cycles down there.
I can't sing that high falsetto.
Good
man.
job.
I'm talking about the parts you're singing. I can't even think that high. That's what I'm talking about. I can get up there sometimes for that long. Yeah.
I never liked actually putting categories on music, you know. 38 was put in the Southern rock category there, you know. I really never looked at it being that way, if you really want to know the truth. I mean, I'm a proud Southerner, don't get me wrong here, but I guess I've always looked at 38 as being just American rock and roll band. We can appeal to a broad spectrum of people, and have done that, you know. So.
You know, there's a line in that Ladies Love Country Boys song, and I think about y'all. Every night I sing that song, because the last line of the first verse says, you know, she's coming home holding the hand of a wild-eyed boy with a farmer's tan.
Yeah, I know, that's great.
And so that's.
I know, that's a nice little nod. I
There you
like
go.
that.
I'm just gonna stand up here and dance.
So hold on, Bruce Lee.
They don't have the cameras rolling yet, do they? I am happy to be here. I've been smiling so much for the last couple of days up on stage with these two guys. My cheeks are hurting, man.